Hello, my name is Collrane or Collrane Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them, and I am here to bring some love, bring some light into your life at whatever time you are interacting with this video. We are going to be focusing on what is missing from your spiritual practice today, and I just want to use this opportunity to say that I am so grateful for you and so grateful for your interaction with this video and just for investing in your own spirituality at this point. I know a lot of readers kind of focus on, the engagement, but for me it's really just important to know that there are other people who are really focused on their spirit and on nourishing their soul in this lifetime. So I'm just really grateful to be doing this with you at this time, and I just want to take a second, if you are watching this intro, to invite you to ground yourself, to imagine your roots connecting into the earth, to invite your spirits of the highest guidance, compassion, truth, wisdom, and love into your space, and ask them if they could please protect you and guide you and open your intuition to what you need to receive for this reading. So without further ado, if you've selected a pile, there's 1, 2, and 3. I will see you in that pile. Otherwise, let's go. Hello, beautiful first pile. You selected this fossil, this ocean fossil that I have. I don't remember the name of this, so if you happen to recognize this shape and can let me know what this is, I would appreciate that in the comments. But otherwise, this specimen here, to me, really feels like an emotional cleanser. This is the type of energy that comes from this piece, which feels connected to the solar plexus, but the solar plexus's ability to regulate our emotions and regulate our emotions related to our relationships and the way that we connect with others outside of ourselves. So this is a very powerful stone for just getting to the deeper subconscious feeling and the higher subconscious knowing as well of emotions that we receive and what they mean for us spiritually and just in terms of our day-to-day life and the journey that we're on. So for you, pile 1, I'm feeling like your spirituality in general is really related to your emotions and the ways that you connect to others. A lot of you may be very empathetic. You relate to a more humanitarian approach to your spirituality. You like to help and gift others with a blessing throughout just the way that you live your life. So let's get into what the cards are that I've already shuffled and pulled out for your pile. Are going to tell us. So we're starting here with the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle, and these are going to depict what is missing from your spiritual practice physically. So we have Columba, which says message of peace, hope, and optimism. This is the water page. Beautiful image there. The Dark Matter, this is one of the Oracle cards, and it's in the reverse, and it says unseen forces at work and karma. And then we have Fornax, which is the Two of Fire. This is also reversed, and it says incubation, pregnancy, and nurturance. So I'm feeling like physically what's going on for this group, each and every one of you has some kind of physical experience based on the Dark Matter card here that I feel is reflecting somewhat of your process of purging your physical reactions to your emotions, if that makes sense. And I hope that that does resonate for those of you that it's meant to. The Dark Matter, the unseen forces at work in the karma are related to attachments or feelings that you have related to certain physical objects in your life. And that can relate to your home, where you live, the people that you live near. And so there's something here where I'm sensing that plenty of you in the near future are either going to travel and release some of these things, or you're going to have some of the physical objects in your home travel and be released. So, maybe purging, selling, giving some away. And for others of you, this is going to mean a purging process that happens because you are moving or changing location in the near future. So that's what's happening. I feel like there's a variety of options, obviously, since this is a general reading, but there is something here that what is missing in your life is something that is the objects around you need to really reflect what's going on for you in your ideals, in your morals, in your values, in where you want to go, your trajectory here with the Two of Fire being there, saying incubation, pregnancy, nurturance. This is something that even there's a home here. I'm going to flip this card over. There's a home that's having this kind of spirit over it. And so there's something here where what's missing from your spiritual practice in any sense, even if you aren't planning on moving, is a sense of having a protective spirit that you invite over the home as well. That's something that's definitely coming here to help you to nurture abundance, nurture your own prosperity, nurture your own freedom and ability to choose within your life. So calling on some kind of spirits to help you to cleanse the house that you live in is also going to be really important, and help you to cleanse any negative energy that you have attached to certain objects, places, areas within the house as well, or where you live, or places that you frequent as well. This could be, houses of friends, family members, that kind of a thing. This here with the message of peace, hope, and optimism, what's missing here, I feel again, is your ability to sit down and call upon, especially ancestors or loved ones that you knew who passed on. Just spending time, communicating to the universe that you want, not just the universe, communicating to the other side that you want the support of your loved ones and that they are welcome to be around you. That's going to help you to kind of get out of a darker mindset as well, related to the things around you or your relationship with just the material world in general. There's also something here, the arc was being drawn to my attention, and so it's, again, if you are planning to move, what you're needing to do in terms of connecting with this spiritual practice of yours is to I'm feeling organize certain things in your life, and just get organized in general about your thoughts. If you do have goals, because I feel like for a lot of you this is relating more to goals that you have set, just getting really organized, and that's not putting pressure on yourself at all. This is more of your spirit guides wanting you to look at the ways that you have even stored like material items, like tools that you might use. For some of you, this is going to be digital storing, but it just really has to do with kind of organizing your frame of mind and getting really solid about what kind of goals you do want to accomplish within your lifetime. So this can even be, organizing a bucket list or something. But for each of you, it's going to be different. So it's kind of pulling me in different directions. But I don't want you to put like pressure on yourself and be like, oh, like I have to really figure this stuff, everything in my life out. This could be as simple as, going through like a jewelry box and just lining up your jewelry in a way that's easy. It makes it easy for you to make decisions, because right now I feel like there's something about this group where getting yourself really clear and kind of getting a lay of the land in terms of where you are in your physical space is going to help you to make the right decisions and not feel unsettled when you're in your own space. So what's missing from your belief system at this time is represented by this card from my deck, called Apocalyptic Theater, and this card is the Knight of Earth. And there's something here where I'm almost feeling distracted as soon as I touched this card and tapped into this aspect of the reading. Not only is there, a siren going off outside and some dogs barking and stuff that all of a sudden happened, but it also feels as though there's something here about again, needing to get your beliefs about your priorities in check. So some of you have, lost some kind of belief in your own ability to get things done, in your own ability to make things happen and create a chain reaction in your life to create change. So here, we have the domino effect happening and some magic happening with the rabbit out of the hat, the butterfly effect. And it's like this person's really focused on their shadow, on the difficulty, and like this says, the dark matter, the things that are kind of impeding or slowing down progress. So there's some kind of change or positive transition that in some ways needs to connect with your belief in your ability to be, safe, protected, and guided through this transition and through this step forward. So what's missing from your physical body or your relationship with your physical avatar that needs to be addressed or looked at this time? And we have allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. For a lot of you, I feel immediately and very strongly, again, the feeling in the solar plexus, in the stomach, and the gut. There's some gut feeling that you're having about an emotion or about an experience within your physical body right now that you really need to pay attention to and be the observer of. So for some of you, this is going to be an emotional experience. For others, this is going to be a health-related experience. But there's something about allowing this symptom to come forward in order to teach you or show you something about an action and experience that you need to call into your life that really brings you to a place of peace. Because for a lot of you, I feel that this is causing a lot of unsettling emotions and unsettling experiences that are related to the emotional receptors within the physical body as well. And this is causing a lot of, I feel, nervous system, I'm forgetting the difference between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. I believe the parasympathetic is the automatic one and the sympathetic is the one that responds, but I'm not sure. Basically, the part of your nervous system that responds to that fight or flight, the feeling of rest and relaxation is really, I'm feeling unbalanced at this point because there's some kind of anxiety that's not being allowed to communicate what it's trying to say. Sometimes our anxiety communicates to us that we really just need to pause, intentionally go into a place of relaxation and remind ourselves that we're okay and take care of ourselves in terms of the emotional self. And so I'm just feeling like the emotions are really taking over the physical body, or we're ignoring a health-related experience and not taking care of something, not in a major way, but it's overlooking a symptom. And that's going to really help you feel more spiritually aligned or spiritually balanced, to know that your spirit guides are walking with you no matter what's going on with your physical experience. And the other side of this, the last card we have is a theme that your spirit guides want you to pay attention to when approaching your spiritual practice moving forward. And we have card 15 from the Dream Interpretation Oracle, and this card is writing. So there's something here about freedom, freeing yourself from limitations, freeing yourself from expecting the worst or expecting negative things to happen in your life, and allowing yourself to move forward really swiftly. So if you see anything about a horse, about long hair, maybe about being above the trees or in the branches, maybe looking up more when you go outside in nature, looking into the trees, as well as the upper part of the body. For some reason, I'm feeling that there's just a need to maybe connect with your looser fitting clothing, allow your body to feel more free. So these kind of themes are coming up. And I feel like also a theme of journeying or travel might be really important, or some of you may want to connect with some kind of like TV show that has to do with people riding on horses, or some kind of game that has to do with horses, or horse travel. That's just a little bit of what I'm picking up there. So, as well as this dove really keeps showing up. here for me and calling to my attention. So paying attention to maybe the symbolism of doves, or if they do appear, just remembering that your guides are reminding you that everything's okay. So that's all I'm getting for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I want to send you so much love, so much peace, and so much gratitude for being here with me, and here for yourselves as well. Thank you to your spirit guides and the entire universe that brought us together. I will see you in another video, my friend, and any other curiosities you may have might be answered in the description box below. So I'll see you soon. Hello, my beautiful Pile 2, or this zebra agate skull. I'm really excited to read for you, Pile 2. An energy just came through and over me, I guess. I'm gonna actually shut this. I just realized I left it open. It's kind of dusty in there, but an energy just came over me of gratitude, of excitement about connecting with this human experience in a more, I want to say, sensual way, in an energy of appreciation. Yeah, just for being alive, for being able to see the beauty in the small things. I feel like that's a really important part of your spiritual practice, whether you recognize that or not, Pile 2. And as well, I feel that you're a Pile that's really open to listening. Your ears are open to spirit. A lot of you may be very clairaudient, but there's something here about waiting, observing, drawing spirit towards you, drawing the other side into your life. You may be somebody that really works with your ancestors, and I feel like for quite a bit of you, a lot of your ancestors are here. They're sitting with you, they're holding your hand, they have their hands on your shoulder, they're giving you lots of love. Yeah, that's a huge message coming through. So let's look at what's going on, or what's missing from your physical spiritual practice at this moment in time. And these are from the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle. Interesting. So these three cards, there's a 2, which is Venus, beauty, love, and relationships. This is from the Oracle section of this deck. Then we have 2 tarot cards. We have the 9 of Earth, Pavo, vigilance, watchfulness, supervision. And then we have the Ace of Water, Hydrus, wisdom, fluidity, and awareness. I'm feeling like for a lot of you, some of you have rejected the more watery aspects of you, so you may have prominent water placements, or water may be an element that you are really called to work with at this time in your life. And there's something here about forgetting your connection to the water, forgetting your connection to the qualities of the water as well, its ability to bring you the wisdom, fluidity, and awareness. And if you take on those types of qualities, you may be able to be pulled in the direction that you need to go, or you may be able to ascend or be lifted the way that water evaporates. So there's something here about needing to use your emotional intelligence in your life and in your spiritual life, especially because for some of you, I feel that this relates to the relationships that you draw into your life. Some of you may be a bit too trusting, or you don't trust your wisdom and the wisdom of your guides as well. So you may have emotions that arise related to certain people in your life that are somewhat negative emotions, and they're trying to tell you certain things about the energy that resides within the people around you and the energetic frequency that those people carry within their soul. And so there's something here about as well, since the 9 of Earth is in the reverse, not calling on your angels to protect you when you are in situations that you want to transcend or learn the lesson from. So this can be, for some of you, related to emotional experiences with your own self and negative energies that are attached to your own soul that you're trying to transcend. And for others of you, this relates to negative energies that come from other people. Just take it how it resonates, obviously, and I'm not speaking this with any fear in my heart at all, or fearfulness about the outcome of this situation, because I feel that your angels and your guides are right there, and they just want to come through me, through this reading, into your space to remind you that they are there as soon as you say, hey, angels, please just, wrap me in a cloak of protection and watchfulness and supervise my every move. Allow me to be led and guided. That kind of like just a little prayer can really help and really surround you and bring in this ability to recognize what the wisdom of your emotions are trying to say. Because I'm thinking of this like little infographic. I don't know if I'd call it an infographic, but like a little I don't want to call it a meme. I don't know. It was just like a little word picture that said like your gut feelings are guardian angels, and I saw that like on my Pinterest a couple days ago, and I don't know, it just really stuck with me there. And I don't know why I just had to clap, but it really felt like maybe using sound in your physical space when you do feel nervous, scared, or overwhelmed with spirits maybe even visiting you, because I feel like for a lot of you, you are very just sensitive in general. And being able to really work with your gifts in that sense, even clapping your hands or, using little rattles and things like that to make the right proper noises and the proper frequencies to surround yourself with the proper energy that you want to have elevated around you and occupying your space. And that's going to really ensure that the spiritual energy that you're drawing around you is matching your frequency in a way that feels comfortable and feels safe and is guiding you to the right place. Venus, beauty, love, and relationships is just affirming everything else that I said, saying that your relationships really are making what you're experiencing in your physical reality. So being really aware of, if you're going to be doing spiritual work on yourself, focus it on your relationship to relationships, if that makes sense. So let's move on to the other portions of the reading that I have planned. Here, this card from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle is describing your relationship with your physical body that needs to be addressed at this moment in time. We have 18, the cosmic flower, with this beautiful rainbow flower. And it says, the frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. So there's something here about remembering that your body is your home. Remembering that everything that you do to your body, that touches your body, changes that landscape of how you have to live within your body. And I just want to, I guess, the spirits that are helping me right now want to remind me to, I guess, give a little bit of a trigger warning, because some of you, I do feel like your physical body is something that's really uncomfortable for you at this moment in your journey, and it's just really important to focus on creating pleasure within your body. And I just saw a crow, so for a lot of you, this is really going to help you spiritually ascend, to be able to connect with your body in a healthy way, to treat your body with love, compassion, and grace, and be understanding that when we indulge and bring things into our body, we always need to do things with balance. Always need to remind ourselves that it's important. When we make sacrifices or compromises related to our physical body, we're always going to have to make up for it in another way. So, if we're sacrificing the type of food that we're eating because we can't afford certain things, we need to really make sure that, we're showering often enough, we're getting the full amount of sleep that we need, those kind of things. So we're always compensating if we do have to make sacrifices. So whoever that's for, that came through very strong. But it's really important to remember that you pour your magnificence out into the world based on what you're doing with your physical self. And this also goes back and relates to those relationships. If you have relationships that are making you feel bad in your physical body, even emotionally, this is really going to take a toll on you, and it's only turning into an act of self-harm when we allow people to be around us who are making us feel uncomfortable, or if we are perpetuating relationships with other things, non-human things, that are contributing to a negative experience in our physical well-being. So let's go into this card from Apocalyptic Theater, which is a deck that I created. This card is representing a belief that is missing from your spiritual practice at this moment. And we have the Royal of Air. So the Royal of Air is talking about finding a sense of peace, balance, and calm within the life in order for the mind to slow down and relax, rest, and receive. So there's something here about not being able to have silence for a lot of you. This is, if it's not your fault because maybe you have kids or you live in a really busy neighborhood or something, that's okay. But we can always take that moment of silence and still for ourselves. You can get, a $5, $15 pair of headphones and sit down, plop those in your ears and just find a moment of stillness. Even grabbing a book, sitting down and reading some kind of calming writing. It's funny because there's that motorcycle going on outside, which is disrupting the silence here. But even those little background noises, sitting and noticing what the natural sounds around you are trying to communicate to you, it's also going to allow you to connect deeper with the other side and see through into the details of this life. Because I'm noticing the pattern on the window behind this person and seeing all those little seeds of life, and I just feel that getting some mindfulness is really going to help whatever you're doing for your spiritual practice at this moment, and help you to calm your mind and really get in touch with how you feel. Because the Royal of Air is somebody who really knows and believes that they have the ability to make changes and be in control of at least their own a certain section of their life, that part of us that is able to make choices and decisions and have free will. So the final card here is from the Dream Interpretation Oracle. This card is representing a theme that your spirit guides want to bring through in your spiritual practice and remind you about. And you got card 20, which is bugs. So insects in general just might be like spiritual messengers for you right now, as well as this kind of Saturn image. So Saturn may be a really important part of your chart, either where Saturn's placed or where Capricorn rules over, or looking at what's going on in your 10th house, which is having to do with our purpose, our mark on the world, our legacy, things that we want to influence and connect with others based on. As well as this guitar here being a musical instrument, music may be a very important sign or theme in your spiritual practice at this time. I think that's all I'm seeing right now for you, Pile 2. I want to thank your guides, and I want to thank you as well for being here and committing to your spiritual practice. I want to thank my guides for being here and helping me facilitate this and protecting this reading. And I also want to thank every other benevolent force in the universe that sat here and helped me to create this space for you today, and allows for us to engage in this beautiful act of service for ourselves and for the planet and our communities. So thank you so much. I will see you in another video, my friend. If you're curious about any other information, that is in the description, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful third pile. I'm so excited to read for you today and to deliver some amazing messages from Spirit for you, and help you just remember that love that's in your life and your connection to the deeper and higher realms of this 3D experience. So you have here the Mystic Merlinite or the Indian Gabbro piece. I love this piece because it has these deep, kind of dark but light reflective striations within the piece, and then surrounded by these beautiful indigo and purple aspects. There is quite a bit of light streaking through, and there's something here that almost looks like ancestors dancing, like shadows, but not in a negative form. It's more of like when shadows are dancing around a campfire kind of a thing. It's lively, it's animated, and it's protective, and most importantly, it helps us to have a hearth and a center to our spirituality. For a lot of you, I feel that you're very connected into ritual. You're somebody who does actively seek what someone would call a very spiritual life, and I feel that your practice is actually pretty complete. There are just maybe some aspects that you're maybe looking for more growth in. So when I'm talking about things that are missing, this is more of what I'm going to be talking about for you. Yeah, you're somebody that definitely has a lot of mystical experiences, and I feel that you're looking to induce that more. And I'm actually very excited to read on this myself because I feel interested in what's going to come out. Let's look at a theme that your spirit guides really want to bring forth in your spiritual practice right now and keep your mind's eye focused on. We have here from the Dream Interpretation Oracle 35, shouting. This is talking about a rebirth or an awakening from within, and a deeper inner knowing that is connected to your DNA on some level. This is actually allowing you to birth your soul into the physical form and allowing you to bridge the gap between what we'd call the soul or the memory, the Akashic memory in a way, and the limited human memory of the individual lifetime. This may come through studying for a lot of you. For others of you, this is going to be through a spiritual study. This can relate to fasting, obviously in a safe manner and under the guidance of, people around you who are able to check in with you and your ability to know and practice these experiences safely and under, beautiful protective gaze, whether that be spirit guide or otherwise. But it's also just going to be based on, even I'm thinking of like doing certain kind of like cleansing or detoxes. This can be based on diet, but this can also be based more on the way that we cleanse and detox from certain media things that we bring into the body, through the mental body, certain music that we listen to or shows, things like that. But shouting is really a theme that your guides are bringing out that's more abstract. This is about being able to use your voice and to be a voice for spirit as well. So for a lot of you, this is being able to connect and channel. So this is something that is really focused on in your spiritual practice right now. So we're going to look at what's going on with the physical body, and what's missing from your practice, your spiritual practice regarding your physical body. And we have card 26, empowerment, and it says the frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. This is really interesting because the cards, when I was shuffling this deck in particular just for this group, there was an overwhelming surge of energy, and I had to put like 4 or 5 cards back into the deck every single time I was shuffling, and it was just so much energy. And it feels that your physical body is quite the conductor for your spiritual experiences, and you're very connected between your spirit and your physical body. So it's really, really important that you know that you are connected on a soul level to the people who are around you, regardless of where you are. And so it's very important for you to do those cleansing rituals that you have established for your physical body, related to your physical health and your spiritual health as it incarnates through your physical body. Does that make sense? I hope that that helps in some way, because I feel that your empowerment, your spiritual empowerment, that allows you to be so connected and sensitive with the, not only the earth, but also with other people. It's really, really important for you to remember that your physical body needs to have that respect, and that the proper amount of energy allotted towards it in order for it to be able to function spiritually. Because I feel like for a lot of the people in this group, there is quite a bit of service that goes through the body to others. And your guides really want you to be able to focus on this aspect of your physical incarnation of the soul level through the physical form. There's also something here where I'm seeing like ocean waves or something. So, and it's kind of like a swirl. There's something maybe about needing to give your body a bit more of a break. or to readdress certain like health plans or routines or schedules that you set for your physical body. For some of you, this is going to be taking up exercising. For some of you, this is going to be cutting back on exercising as much, or altering the types of exercises that are done to account for certain changes or certain needs that are happening for you on an energy level. Because I feel like for some of you, when you're stepping into this deeper connection, there is energy that is needed from your body that cannot be given to certain physical actions or routines that have been established as kind of a support that was helping you at certain spiritual periods in your life prior to your most recent awakening into this time period in your life spiritually, if that makes sense. So we're going to look at the Cosmos Tarot and Oracle cards that came out, and these ones are going to talk about what is missing from your physical, spiritual practice, and this is more talking about like objects, items around you, tools, that kind of a thing, or like physical relationships to the earth, things like that. And all three of the cards are reversed, but I don't feel like this is stuck or blocked energy necessarily as much as I feel that it is energy that it has slowed down because you are being directed, like your awareness is being directed towards it, and once you're made aware of it, I feel that things will begin to move. So we have the Sun 12 from the Oracle cards in reverse. It says rebirth, illumination, and visualization. This is like a kind of flower goddess on a chariot with peacock feathers coming out the back. I am feeling like you have quite a bit of guidance and watchfulness over you. There's a lot of guides that are you do actively work with, that know and have a working relationship with you, and so continue to connect with them in that way. But I think sometimes because there's all these hands sticking out from this figure. I don't know if you can see, there's like hands on little arms. And there's these wolves at the bottom. So again, like I said before, there's been a rebirth or a reawakening. And so there's something here about needing to call in a bit more of their guidance to help you to identify and see places where you need more or extra protection in your life. Based on these newer spiritual gifts and abilities that you've been developing, as well as calling on them to help to bring you forward a bit more and to guide you and keep you safe through those experiences. Sorry, this is so hard to read upside down. Camelopardalis, Water King, seeing the big picture and gaining perspective. This one's in reverse as well. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's a bit of a need to recognize what is your job as a spirit in a body, and what is spirit's job as a spirit outside of a body. And being able to recognize when something is your responsibility and when it's not. Example, based on, who you're going to heal or what part of their life you need to take responsibility for. And recognizing what your spiritual gifts necessarily target or connect or relate to when you are doing work for others, if you are somebody that does do spiritual work for others. This can also relate if you're not somebody that does spiritual work for others, that's okay. This relates to what kind of emotional, I want to say entanglements you get in with others, or how much you allow for others to, like, for example, dump or vent their emotional grievances into your energetic system. Seeing the big picture, I also feel is reminding me, I'm forgetting what the name of the song is. The song is something like, I love giants, and she's like, up here on this mountain, like I'm so small and everything's so big. And there's just something here about remembering that there are, I want to say like bigger fish to fry in terms of some of the worries that you've been having, related to certain things that you want to manifest or you are having to take care of, based on like things that you own. So for some of you, this is, doing repairs on your home or repairing your car, things like that, like general upkeep and maintenance type things that feel really overwhelming at the time that you're watching this. But Spirit's wanting to remind you that these things are sometimes here to humble us and remind us that we are still human and we still have to show up and show discipline within our physical lives. And if you are experiencing some kind of loss or worrying physical experience related to things around you or very, tangible experiences, just know that your guides are watching over you and trying to guide you or point you in the right direction. The third thing that I feel is missing from your physical spiritual practice does relate to this last card, the Eight of Fire, Coma Bernices, dedication, oath, and symbol. I feel like for a lot of you, your guides are asking for some kind of sacrifice in order to bring in a blessing, because I am drawn to the Jupiter tattoo that's on this person's arm. And so there's something here about your guides really wanting to bring down some kind of teachings, higher order, higher learning to you, but it's really important for you to be able to leave some kind of offering to them, commit more to leaving that kind of symbol of your dedication and devotion to the guides that are around you, or even if you're not, practicing with influences outside of you or spirits outside of you, making some kind of dedication, oath, or creative symbol to yourself that says that your goal is focused in this direction, or your energy would like to be aligned with this thing. And that's really what I'm feeling from these three cards related to the physical practice. As well, a side note for the others of you, because I brought up that bonfire, some of you may really want to host a bonfire if you do have other spiritual people around you. I feel that this could be a really great opportunity to mend some things physically in your aura and in the aura of others. And my cat's here to confirm that. So finally, we have a card from the deck that I created titled Apocalyptic Theater. This card is representing a belief that is currently missing from your spiritual practice, and the card that you received is the Advisor of Air. And this card is saying that there is a belief, I feel, this is an interesting message, because I feel like it relates to others in some ways, but in other ways I feel you're missing the belief that good things can come without sacrifice. I believe that's how it's coming through. And I feel that there's a bit more dedication that needs to be put towards I believe for some of you this is going to be things that you want to make up for that you've done. But for others, I'm feeling more of just wanting to see yourself overcome certain things that, like odds that are stacked against you. And I feel like as well, you need to have a belief that it's in your blood to do this. That whatever path you've chosen for yourself is meant for you. And that you also have the tools to do it. Because I feel like for some of you, you don't believe in your gifts and your abilities, and you don't believe that what you're doing is actually providing you with some kind of insight. I feel like for some of you, you've lost a bit of faith in your own ability to connect with spirit. And I feel that this card now, because we also have the peacock feathers along the head that were right here, I feel like some of you have forgotten, or you don't believe fully, that your spirit guides are watching over you, that they do have the ability to influence the energy in your life. And so really, again, there's like these offerings and these rituals done. I really feel that for you, just going into some kind of ritual where you may, leave flowers for them or burn something in honor of your guides, or burn a candle, ask them to come through in some kind of vision with that crystal ball. And my cat's really here just to remind me that she's here. I don't know if you hear her, but yeah, just asking them to come through and kind of show themselves to you and remind you, give you some kind of boost in your faith, I guess, because there is some belief here that I feel that is blocking your ability to be faithful in your own connection at this time. So that is all I'm seeing for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for committing to your own spiritual practice today and being here for this reading. I want to thank your guides and my higher guides, my spirit guides, for being able to facilitate this beautiful channel message for you today. And I want to send you so much love as you leave this reading and head into the rest of your life. And I will see you in another video. If you have any more curiosities about what I do, that information is below. Bye.